welcome back to my channel. I have another layout to share with you that is going in my October Daily 2022 album. It's a double page layout again, but it is about just a fun little game that Paper Issues had posted to their Facebook back in September, towards the end of the month. It was fall themed, and I played along, of course, so I thought that I would add that to this album. So the first half of this layout, it's a double page layout, is the photo. It measures 4 inches wide by 8¼ inches tall. And then the other page is also the same, 4 inches wide by 8¼ inches tall. Both pages will be going into my album outside the page protector. Virtually the entire album is going to be set up that way. So just take it for certain that that's just the way it's going to be. Right now I'm working on some embellishments that I created with my Cricut to put on the right hand page of this layout. If you hear noise in the background, Freddie has gotten a wild hair and is throwing a fit on the floor right now. So if you're wondering what that is, it's just Freddie dog. I drew it with my Cricut and then cut it, and then decided that I would color it in. So I was just using some Spectrum Noir markers that I had in my stash to color them in. I stuck with yellows and a tan color to color in the corn, and then for the husks of the corn I used citrus green, I believe. I will link everything in the description box down below, so you'll be able to find everything that I used today. I'm just working on my journaling right now. I decided to make it a mixture of bullet form journaling and traditional journaling. So the first part of the journaling is traditional, and then I move into 8 points, which relates over to the photo that I use and have paired with this layout. You'll see that later on in this video. So I'm just getting that all done. I'm using just a black pen and followed the same method I have for the rest of my journaling in this album, and that's to create a little text box in the white space, white cardstock on this page. Use my T-square ruler and a pencil to mark out the lines, in addition to my craft mat, and then put my journaling on that. Use the journaling pen to cover up the lines, and there it is. I die cut a circle with the Cricut as well. It's going on the top of the page there. That's that little blue dot that I'm going to use liquid glue to attach to the layout. And then on top of that is going to be a smaller image of corn that was also colored in with my Spectrum Noir markers. I'm just going to use liquid glue to attach them this time. I did mention, I think maybe in my last video, that this album is getting fairly chunky and I need to find ways to kind of scale that back a little bit. So I don't think I'll be using as much foam adhesive as I was previously moving forward. Here I'm using my ATG to attach the bigger corn image to the bottom of the layout. Nothing is going to be layered behind it. However, on top of it, I am going to dive into my phrase stickers, and I will add one to the top of that corn image down on the bottom. I pulled out my trusty clear shimmer brush again to color in the kernels of corn in both images. And then when that was done, I pulled out phrase stickers. I settled on Ali Edwards. They were sitting on my desk already, so I just flipped through my stash, found one that would work perfectly for the story, which the phrase on this one says something along the lines of celebrating this season. I thought it was perfect for the story. And it was yellow. It worked with the color scheme, so win-win. Here is the left-hand page. As you can see, it is a photo. It's just a screenshot of the image that was used for the Would You Rather game that they played. I think in my journaling I called it This or That. Either way it works. This is the fall edition of that game, and I just took a screenshot of the image and then blew it up and printed it out. I used my home printer to do my printing. I will leave a link to that in the description box down below. It is a great money saver, the particular printer that I use. It's fantastic. If you have a Staples near you, definitely visit Staples if you are in the market for a printer. The 2 scarecrows that I added to the bottom of the photo serve dual purpose. First of all, it was to cover up a part of the photo that I didn't really want shown because it was a Facebook post. I wanted to kind of cover up the fact that it was a Facebook post. And secondly, it tied in with this whole story as well. I used my Cricut to create those. It was the print and cut function that I used to get those little guys created. Here's the close-ups. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I hope this layout inspired you, and I hope to see you again very soon.